Hello everyone, I am back again. This time I'm creating some ATCs. I had some ideas and I am really into collage lately, so doing some collage. You see I've got a box with all kinds of small pieces of leftover papers and this box with miscellaneous ephemera, and I am using those. I'm going to do a lot of things for myself but also for videos with collaging because I really like that. So I'm creating a quick background and I am really trying not to overthink things, but in this case I do want the castle in the background of the lady that I'm going to put in front of it, but everything else is just randomly chosen out of the box and then glued down. I had just a few pieces that I had to work with, and not overthinking it too much. I need to be more free and loose in what I create. This is a piece of vellum that I rarely use, but I had it laying down in front of me, and I thought, okay, I'm going to use it anyway, and it helps just to tone down some of the parts on my card. Then I'm using the napkins from Davenport. As I was sorting through all my collage bits, my papers and my jelly prints, I also found a stack of these napkins. I didn't know that I had them, but I didn't know where they were, so I found them again and I thought, okay, I'm going to do three ladies from that napkin that you just saw. So I really like her, and the way I'm gluing it down is just using the two. I'm not going to tear off the back paper of my napkin just because it will be too much translucent if I do that. So, but when you do this, then the background might come loose. So just be very careful, and I use a wet brush, so I use quite a lot of gel medium because if your brush is too dry you will tear the napkin and that would be a shame. So I always put a little layer of gel medium on the base on top of where I'm going to glue something. So and then I get this piece of paper, it's 2 layers, and I'm going to place it very carefully, and then I usually start in the center of that piece of napkin and then I work my way towards the outside. So in the center and then spreading out towards the sides, and it will wrinkle, but I don't care about that. I do like that. Doesn't need to be smooth or and you can't really use a credit card or something because it's very fragile, that napkin, so it will tear. It will happen on this one as well. So later, I didn't notice it while I was doing it, but while I was finishing the ATC later on with color, I thought, well, she has a very weird shape of mouth and nose. So you see, I'm just trying to get the wrinkles out. There's just a little bit air in between the 2 layers of a napkin, and I'm just going to push it out without trying to damage, not to damage my napkin. So I'm just going to leave this to dry and just very carefully go in with that, and I used the scissor just because it was laying there, so you could use anything you like, of course. Just a quick dry with my heat tool, and then I'm going to go over to the next step, and I was doing 3 of these cards, but in the end I'll end up with 2 and you'll see what happens. Trying to dry the background as well. I didn't know what to do with it just yet, but I do need to color it, so I changed my workspace around by using that piece of paper underneath to be able to use this as a blotting sheet. So every paper, a paint, or whatever I've got, I'm going to put it down there. Hi everyone, sorry I had a little interruption because the, how do you call that? The postman, there was a package for me, and I just saw him outside my window walking away. So he left the package at my neighbor, so I just needed to get it. Come on, Binky. So Binky's trying to walk on everything. Come on. Okay, go, 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 go. Yes. Sorry, another interruption. But anyway, back to the ATCs. I am using these Jane Davenport crayons. I know not the real name. Let's see. Aquapastels. I do like the aquapastels. Very easy, as you can see. Just scribble a little bit and then use water. Really liking them a lot. Creates a very vibrant color. I think there are 12 or 15 in that little box, and just great stuff. I know more. I showed you the color. Let's see, 9. Yeah, 12 there are, and that's enough. You can create a lot of colors with just these 12. So I'm just going to go over, and I really disliked what I was doing with the purple one, so the left one. And while I was coloring the yellow one, I was overthinking so what I'm going to do about that, because I didn't like where that was going. I'm not going to show you the whole misery surrounding that card, but I'm just going to tell you as I go along. So I'm just using that crayon and water to create a little bit more color, and now that piece is wet, and if you go on top of that with the color, with the crayon, it will just give up so much pigment. It's really nice to see. So I went on, and I used the brown color to color, no, that's a Woody, I think, yeah, Woody, to color her hair. And you can see that I am just putting the other one aside already. I am going to work on it, but didn't like it, so I concentrated on this one first. And now I'm just thinking on, okay, I think it doesn't need that much more than what there already is, and it looks like I painted her myself. Didn't, you saw that, but it looks like it. So I just took out my box with words. These are just magazine cutouts, mainly of course Dutch magazines, but we use a lot of English as well. So I just saw this one and I needed to use it. I don't overthink the choice of words or sentences that I use on my card. I just let it come to me, if you can say it like that. So I'm just using my trusted glue stick to put my words down on my cards, like so. So really, I like the colors. And now I thought, okay, it needs, of course, my black line all around it, and I used this is, where do I have it? I recently took out all my supplies, well, the supplies that I was going to use, and I gathered it around me so it's easy accessible, and when I do a voiceover I can reach it and then just read out to you what it was. It was a Uniball gel grip pen, Signo 0.7 size, but it didn't work well on the crayons, and I should have known that, but anyway, there were a few scratches of black there, and I'm going to use a pencil in the end. So here the pen is not it is water soluble, so if you go around it with water it will dissolve. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just the ugly marks, the marks that I didn't like, I just take it away with water or move it around it just a little bit. So, and here I go in with it's a charcoal pencil. It's a Nero soft pencil. It's kind of like a charcoal pencil, not really, but it looks like it. Now almost done, and I thought there is in the lower left corner there's just a blank space right next to the word because. So I am choosing one of the mark making stamps from Marlene. She's a Dutch artist, and she creates these really nice background stamps. There's a sheet and it holds crosses, circles, and these kind of like marks, so really easy to use. That one was done, and then I thought, okay, I'm gonna try and do something with it. So I dove in, and you can see, well, I cut everything. I did something with the purple, didn't look nice at all, so I just discarded it, and I'm not going to bore you with the details because it was so ugly. So now I'm going to work on this one. There's a very light touch to that card, so I just needed something to bring her back to life a bit. So I dove in my box of ephemera, mainly Tim Holtz stuff and some from a Chinese website, and then I thought, okay, I'm going to use something else. She needs something with flowers, that's what she needs. So I'm taking out my box of sorted papers. So this came out of a stack of a whole bunch of papers, and I sorted the ones that I was wanting to keep, and the rest is just in a giant box, and I'm going to create a few of stacks of ephemera that I've got left and papers, just easy, and I might just give them away or sell them or whatever. I'm not sure what to do with it yet, but this is what I'm working with now. I do have, of course, my images and my magazine cutouts. So if you want to see, just I can show you whatever I use for collaging. So this is my new craft knife. It's very sharp, and I don't press too hard when I do this. Normally I would use my scissors to fussy cut, but I do like this knife, and well, in my case I just needed a little bit of control on that knife. That's why I liked using my scissors, because I felt that I had more control over what I was doing. So, but in this case, I did the whole piece with that knife that you see there. I am holding it right now, and it has a brand name. It's called Mapped Creative, and that's the only thing it says. I don't have the packaging anymore, so sorry for that. Now, I was thinking on, okay, this flower is going to go there, but if you look on the bottom of that card, it's just plain white and boring. But I didn't want to throw this piece away, so now I'm going to take my craft knife, just because I'm used to it, and I am going to cut out this little piece of foliage, and it goes quicker. Well, I think it goes quicker, but I do like both things, the knife and the scissors. So I'm just going to glue that one down on that little stem and make it look like it's supposed to be there. And it's almost done. So I thought it would give a little bit more interest to the bottom of that ATC. Now, bringing her back, and I am just going to position my, don't know the English name. In Holland we call it a crocus. Crocus, repeat after me. A crocus. And those little flowers that blossom in early spring. Using soft pastel pencils to color her face. I was trying to use, I've got several colored pencils because I do like coloring. I haven't shown you that yet, but I do enjoy coloring, and I do. One of the brands that I've got is Derwent Pro Color. I was using that on this face first, but didn't work at all. It didn't take. I think if I used my Prismas or my polychromos, then it would have worked just fine. But in this case, I'm just going to work with my pastel pencils, and I'm just going to move it around with that little blending stump that you see there, and using black hair just because we can. And then I thought, okay, it looks quite nice, but a little bit more detail would be nicer. So going in with creating some blue eyes for her, and then I thought about making her hair even more black, but with what I didn't know just yet, I didn't want to use paint. I'm not going to use that much paint on my following projects, just because I want to use stuff that I don't use that much, like the crayons from Jane Davenport, and I've got my Neo colors, got a whole bunch of them, but I rarely use them, so I took them all out, everything that I haven't seen for a while, and I'm going to use it in upcoming projects. So then I thought, okay, I got that that Uniball marker lying around, and I'm going to use it because it isn't water, it isn't holding water that well. So I thought if I go in with my marker and then just color her hair with that, so create more black, then I might just use that to my advantage and take my water brush and water it down a bit so it will look like it's watercolored. And you can still see the marks that I made with the marker, but the harsh lines will go and disappear and look like watercolor. So first I'm going to glue down something that fell out of the box while I was searching through it, and it says in Dutch, het is goed zo. Repeat after me. Het is goed zo, and that means it's okay. It's just right the way it is. Just accept that this is it. Well, something like that, but then in 4 little words. Now done, everyone. I thought it was done, but I'm going to go around with that same Uniball again, and here I am going to think about using my water brush. I already told you about it, but that epiphany came just now. Well, almost now. Anyway, I'm almost done. I hope you liked it. And I'm going to do another set of ATCs, all different ATCs, in a little while. I have done them already, but I need to edit the video. Oh, you can see here I am going in with my water brush and to create a little bit more shading around the flower to make it look even prettier. And then I'm almost done. So looking at it again, and here I am deciding to do her whole hair. Okay, I thought I decided that earlier, but I didn't, as you can see. Sometimes I didn't. It has been a while since I did this, so. And I'm almost done. So I hope you liked it. It is a little bit of a longer video than I would normally do, but anyway, I liked doing this project a lot. Now I'm done. Hey. Now thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope to see you next time when I am back again. So thank you for watching. Until next time.